and welcome to the RotoWire Fantasy Soccer Show. We're discussing Tuesday's Champions League slate at DraftKings. We got a six-gamer as usual. There are two matches left at DraftKings, and DraftKings is they're quietly forgetting about Champions League. It's 2 p.m. Eastern. It's about 24, 25 hours before the slate starts. And we have five contests to enter right now. They just posted the prices about an hour ago. Luis, what do you want to say to DraftKings right now?
DraftKings, man, if you don't care about the fantasy sport, we do. I mean, come on.
It's like
It's just a matter of it's just like now you Champions League is as an interleague slate from Tuesday, so it's just, I mean, we can blame anyone. We can keep telling, oh, change price structures, change salaries, reduce the rake. No, none of that is going to work out, I think. So, hey, it is what it is, right? So.
Yeah, I wonder if they're just they're preparing for the World Cup here. They got a few weeks left for the World Cup, so that's all they're thinking about. They can't even think about Champions League right now. Is that it?
I guess so. I don't know. It might be the case, but it feels that it's just a matter of people keep playing less and less volume, and that's not a World Cup problem. It's just a problem of the strategy, right? So I don't know. Talking to a wall here as usual. So.
Yeah, I think we've had some success in Champions League. I think at least in cash games we've done pretty well this season. But this one, the slate is kind of different than what we've had. So we got PSG as almost 90% chance to win home against Maccabi Haifa. This percentage is roughly the same, probably a little less than what Manchester City was home against Copenhagen, maybe even away to Copenhagen. But Maccabi Haifa has been feisty, I want to say. They're coming off the 2-0 win against Juventus, whereas the other matchups on the slate, Manchester City are at Borussia Dortmund. That matchup was kind of tight in the first meeting, 2-1 for Man City, and then we got AC Milan at Dynamo Zagreb, and then Celtic and Benfica home against Juventus. Celtic are the fourth biggest favorite on this slate. Is this the first time Celtic have been favored in group stages? It must be, right?
I think so, yeah. First time because they're in Shakhtar. They were. I mean, I think they were a slight, it was a even. So I think. Yeah. I actually like Shakhtar actually. So maybe my goal is gonna be on that play. So we'll see.
We'll see. So PSG, 88% chance to win against Maccabi Haifa. We know about PSG. Do we want to use both Messi and Neymar in cash games, 11.5K, 10.5K? Is that what we're doing here?
I don't know. It feels that that's going to be
This needs to be a better answer. This has to be a definitive answer. Yes or no, Luis? Come on, tell me what to do.
Well, I'm going to say no. I mean, it's just, this is a problem, right? Like Manchester City doesn't need the points. I mean, they still need some points to finish first, which is still important, Champions League, but they already qualified, so you might see some rotation, but Manchester City rotation, I mean, Mahrez is already 9,000, so it's just not much salary savings anymore. PSG, on the other hand, needs the points. But as you mentioned, Maccabi Haifa have been decent. So, I mean, do I want to pay? I want to have Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe probably. But if I have to pick two of the three, I mean, like Mbappe now is the cheapest one, and I don't know if is the best way is to do Neymar and Messi or doing Mbappe and Neymar now. So just don't know. World Cup is coming, and these guys might pace themselves, right? So I don't know. I just these salaries are making me crazy. I just don't see much. I mean, if you want to play the three of them, I don't think you can, right? You have to play like bunch of scraps everywhere else.
So if one of them is most likely to be subbed off early, who would you think it'd be? So Mbappe went
Messi,
83. You think it's Messi, okay? Because he is coming off an
always Messi,
injury, and
always
he
Messi so
okay,
far. Yeah.
okay, yeah.
No, I
So
don't know
I
if an
guess
injury or not, but he feels that he's the one that gets up in, even if the game is tied, right? So going with history,
the
it
question
seems,
is how much does that even matter?
yeah,
So so yeah, it's you're gonna have to make a decision here. What you want to do? I'm looking at the goal odds here. Mbappe minus 180, Neymar minus 165, Messi minus 145. Seems kind of interesting that Neymar is so far ahead of Messi in terms of goal odds, but
yeah.
that's what the odds are telling us. So two
It's
of
just
those.
Messi. Messi is not in the penalty list, right? It's like penalty is either Mbappe or Neymar, so it's usually Mbappe. I feel so. You probably have the highest scoring. I mean, because of that, because of the penalty kicks, right? But
Would you argue
since
that
Messi,
Mbappe has the most upside between these guys, or are they all pretty similar?
uh, I think they're all pretty similar.
Yeah. Did, I don't know. Do we have a
I don't know. It's
decision here?
hard.
Yeah, I know. Who do we want? Do we want two of these three guys? Is that correct?
I think so. Yes,
We just have to decide which two.
exactly.
Because if you go Messi, Neymar for the set pieces, and then Mbappe is the one with the hat trick or the brace, and it's Mbappe still like 50%, then you're gonna be on a
Uh,
losing end there. So it's and then on the other side of that, if Mbappe maybe he doesn't score, and these other guys have set pieces, and they both score an assist, and they reach 30 plus points, so it's kind of like a situation like that where everyone else has to
yeah.
make this decision. So it's going to be the percentages are going to be kind of interesting to see, who's above the rest. Maybe Messi is. I mean, he is more expensive than them, so maybe I guess maybe he isn't more popular, but it's just really hard
Yeah.
to read, basically.
Yeah, if you want to play the three of them, you have 3,540 for the remainder spots. So, I mean, you could do it, I guess. I don't know. I haven't looked at the bottom of the barrel, but I feel that the one that is usually less popular for DraftKings it's going to be Mbappe. But Mbappe being 1,000, 1,200 less than Messi, those 1,200 might move people towards Mbappe. So I feel that maybe Messi might be the lowest on, even though he's been the safest. So um, also Neymar and Mbappe have more goal upside, I guess, if you say the PK for that, more time upside. So if if I have to pick between the three of them, maybe you go Mbappe, Neymar. I'm hope that Messi doesn't do it, but you know,
Hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. Otherwise, I mean, in the higher range here, there will be people using Holland at 10.9K just because of Holland. It's going against his former team. Yeah, he always
Yeah,
has hat trick upside, but in cash games, it's like no, probably not. Just doesn't seem like the way to go on this one. I mean, really, for a lot of these Man City guys like Mahrez 8,500, Foden 9,500, do we want those guys as
yeah,
a bigger underdog in a tougher matchup, or just find the extra money to go to the PSG guys? It kind of doesn't make sense really to go with any of these other guys up here like Vinicius, or I mean David Neres is outrageously priced at 9K, but
yeah. I mean, that is a problem, right? Like I feel if what you say is right, like PSG is hasn't been blowing team off in Champions League. Maccabi Haifa so far has been a worthy opponent, like as worthy as beating Juventus, give it a run for the money. Even PSG in the first match, they Donnarumma have a lot of saves. So perhaps if you, I mean, for cash, I guess it's just hard to not say PSG, but maybe outside cash, you can go with Mares, Di Maria, for example, now that he's back, and taking set pieces, I'm having certain upside to say, well, I'm gonna build a lineup that the only one I get killed if it's PSG if PSG is is scoring like 4 or 5 goals. Yeah, I mean my internet is terrible, so I'm sorry about that. Let me see if I can. Yeah, I'm just now
Yeah,
on phone line because the internet went away. So sorry.
okay,
Let me
yeah,
just try to change.
yeah. All right. Can you hear me fine?
Do
Just trying
you do
to.
you hear me? Do you hear what I said?
Yeah, I can hear you. It's just like there's like a clicking with your audio.
Mm, sorry guys. I'm gonna have to get a bigger subsidy for my internet. Let me see if I can do something about it.
Yeah, I'll just run through the forward list here of the other people we're talking about. If you only want to go one of these PSG guys and then maybe do like a De Bruyne or something at midfield, that'd be the other move if you only want one PSG guy in this spot. So in that case, you'd probably be going down to the bottom of the barrel. But I mean, we still have. I mentioned at the beginning of the show, Maccabi Haifa has been competitive this season. Like they did score in the first meeting. They took 13 shots against PSG in the first meeting. They just beat Juventus. It's been a little different away from home, but I mean, even at Juventus, they took 20 shots. Like this is a team that's just not. They're not sitting back and accepting the blows kind of thing. They're putting their
Yep.
foot forward. So, like they have. I mean, this Dean David here at 3,500, maybe not the craziest thing. We have talked about guys like Haziza, who is hurt, I believe, and isn't going to be playing. But like Dean David is playing up front. We saw him go 72 minutes against Juventus, had a few shots. I mean, it's just a guy who's basically minimum pricing at forward, who is playing up, and maybe he'll take a couple shots. PSG aren't a Man City type team that they're gonna have 75 plus possession, and the other team is completely getting nothing. So if you want that move of only one of these PSG guys, and then maybe like a De Bruyne or something at midfield, or even if you prefer like Dean David instead of like a cheaper midfielder, I guess that would be the other option there. So I mean, there are there are guys here that you can at least
Yeah.
consider in this low range. So to make it affordable to get a few of these high end guys though.
Yeah, any interest on the Milan guys? I mean, when I say the Milan guys, just Giroud is too expensive, but I mean, Rafael Leao doesn't, or Junior Messias. I'm not sure if any of those are gonna play. Um, I like Rafa, but Benfica Rafa 7,000 is a little bit pricey. Or Sick might be not bad at those prices, but it's just you know. They are kind of intriguing to me. Not Giroud for cash, but for um for cash games. I mean, if you can get let's say De Bruyne rest and you have Mahrez, which takes most of the corners at the time, and you have like a cheap Milan forward that is not goal dependent, or maybe Benfica or maybe Di Maria, right? So those guys are 3,000-4,000 less than PSG, and I mean with those 8,000 you can build, as you said, you can get a Kevin De Bruyne like, or you can get a somebody from Celtics in their favor, like I know O'Reilly might be taking set pieces, or Turnbull, or whoever plays, right? So it might be. If you think that PSG is not going to run the table on Maccabi Haifa, what I mean by that is like, I mean, the difference between Di Maria and Messi, or Di Maria and Neymar, is that, one of them might get to 10, 12 points without goals easier, right? Messi. But, if you can get 8 to 10 with Di Maria, and then your midfielder is Kevin De Bruyne or Toni Kroos instead of let's say David Dean or anything like that, well, maybe that's the way to go, right? Which I'm not discounting right now, but it's just it's
I
just
believe,
risky, right?
yeah, Di Maria is still out, so
Oh, is he out?
yeah.
Didn't. I thought he was playing. So, well, in that case, yeah, it's not going to be them. So, it's hard to find forwards with floor. It's Di Maria and Mark's not playing, but like the 4,000 discount or 3,000 discount, it really helps. So,
hmm
I
It
like Asili. Obviously, he stars. David Dean. Those guys at the bottom are great. They're safer than the rest of the guys, especially Real Madrid. Leipzig is a game that you might not want to touch at those prices because they're all expensive. Like Nkunku is 8,000, Benzema is 9,000. And then Benfica. Well, Rafa doesn't look bad being at home and being favored, but if you can use those, I mean, if there is a defender you want or a midfielder you want, maybe it's a good idea just go with one. Neymar, I guess, would be the preferred one, and then go with one of those guys. So
I think I'd consider a lot of these Celtic guys, but so I think Jota is still out for him. But I mean, Abada, Forrest, those guys are too expensive, 7K. Furuhashi is up there. I'd go down. So we have in this matchup, I guess there's a chance Lassina Traore starts again for Shakhtar, so that's something to look
yeah,
out for. He's 3,900 at Celtic, but you have Zubkov at 5,800 and Maeda at 5,400. Not the worst
yeah,
prices for what should be, a matchup that has goals. And either
yeah.
back line is really, that great. But that, I mean, if you don't like the Maccabi guys, I guess that's kind of like the other spot that I like. I don't want to play AC Milan guys at Zagreb. It's not my favorite matchup.
No, not my
I
favorite either.
What do you think of like Asensio at 7K? Is that still just because it seems like he's going to start with Benzema out again? So
Yeah, I'd rather not spend the money there. I'd rather go with David Dean or one of the Celtic guys for 7,000.
yeah, it just doesn't make sense to look at like the 7K to even 9K range just for cash games. It's
Yeah,
like what you like these guys aren't providing consistent value or consistent numbers, guaranteed numbers. So it's like why are you going with them instead of going down four more K to the Maccabi guys? So
exactly. Yeah, I'm with
it's
you there. So yeah,
yeah,
I definitely like that.
and it's kind of like that is at least in cash games that maybe it's the only move here because we got the Maccabi
Yeah.
guys way down here, uh, and that's and then you got Traore, and there's not really much else below 5K that is reasonable. So
Yeah.
kind of puts us in a hole here of what we want to do. PSG and Maccabi guys. So it's I guess we'll have to decide if you want to
Yeah.
play De Bruyne at 9,300 at Borussia
Yeah.
Dortmund. It still does not seem like. So would you rather play De Bruyne for 1K less than these PSG guys, or still would you like the
No,
PSG
no.
guys?
I'd rather go PSG than De Bruyne. So
hmm
that is a problem. Like it feels that it's just it's hard. Like I when I look at the midfielders, right? Like I see the high price one. I mean, I would like to be able to play De Bruyne, but again, I don't know if he's gonna play full match. I'm not sure if he's gonna give me the upside I need. I mean, he probably does, but uh, I mean, feels better to go like all the way down to O'Reilly. I mean, is Turnbull 9,000? This is ridiculous. Yeah, so we hope that O'Reilly plays instead of Turnbull,
Are
right?
you
So
actually on O'Reilly though? I can't play O'Reilly. I played him.
it's hard, right? For 900, it's not an easy play either.
Who did I? Maybe I did get the 10 points in that first Shakhtar matchup. Maybe I'm thinking of
Yeah.
someone else. No, I don't know. Well, I
It
guess
could
he's not.
be.
I guess he's not terrible. Like looking at his numbers,
Uh,
but I guess he's not bad. All right, 4,900. This is like the Joao Matinho play. So
yeah, if it was 4,000, it would be much better, right? If it was,
right.
yeah, I'm looking at this list. I mean, obviously, if you kind of, I mean, I don't think you're going to be able to afford the Kevin De Bruyne. Then Szoboszlai, not interested in. Carlos Soler, neither. Joao Mario, neither. I don't think any of these guys. I kind of look into the first one I look in is Kostic. I don't know what you think. I mean, if he's playing like a wing back, Juventus needs to win. Um, I like Kostic at 6,600. What do you think about this guy? Because there's Kostic here, there is Cruz, there is Grealish, there is Modric, the shark type Modric. I think that's the way you say it. At this range of 6,000, any of those you like better than the other?
I don't think you go above that really, unless you're playing
Yeah,
like the De Bruyne route. There's no reason to
yeah,
even go higher than that. So yeah, I'd say it's in this range here. I
yeah.
mean, we do have two midfielders to decide from. So, like you said, if you're in the 6K range, it's going to be Cruz or Mudryk here. That's a tough one because Mudryk probably has the better matchup, but I don't
Yeah.
believe he has set pieces. Cruz did play over the weekend, I want to say. He did go 90 over the weekend, so
Oh, so he's not gonna play. Let's see.
I mean he has been going a lot. Like he went so La Liga had midweek last week. He went 80 midweek. So he's gone basically going
Yeah.
back to last Champions League. He's gone
Mm,
90, 90, 80, 90. So it does seem kind of like a stretch that he'll be getting 90 in this one. So that's
mm,
something to consider.
yeah, it's possible. Yeah, I guess if he start, he gets 90 unless the game is done. But at that price, I like it. I mean, I like definitely like Kostic. I think Kostic is a good play. O'Reilly will be all right. I mean, is Cuadrado gonna play? I guess since Di
Okay,
Maria's not gonna play.
I misspoke. I guess Mudryk does split set pieces. He must take left-sided corners, so uh,
Yeah.
that's not too bad right there.
No.
Um,
Is Cuadrado defender? I'm not sure if he's defender or forward or midfielder.
he
Yeah.
he hasn't been playing up. It'd be they've been 3-5-2 the last couple matches, so he's been playing on the wing.
Yeah.
But he has actually been taking corners again, actually, compared to
Yeah.
compared to from what we last talked about. Because for a couple slates he was off of corners, but now he's taking corners the last three.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's splitting corners. It seems like with Kostic.
Yep. That's what I
S-
saw. Yeah.
okay, so that's relevant. But yeah, I mean 6,100. He's another guy that's in play. But are you gonna have? I guess you could have the money for two of these 6K midfielders, but you're
Yeah.
you're basically gonna be you can't spend up at defender. That'll let
No,
them.
yeah. That's a good point. But the problem is like, I mean, I go through the list, and after O'Reilly is a tough pool, tough
I
pool to find.
I think
I mean,
Lubicic can be in the consideration.
yeah, I like Brahim Diaz too if he starts, obviously.
I don't like him, so.
Well, I mean, I think I don't like him as a person, I guess, but I don't like any of these guys. But
Well, I just think if he starts, like he's been injured, he's not going to be. He'll probably play 60 minutes. Like
yeah,
those guys are sub pretty often. So
yeah, I like Lucic. I think it's not bad. It just depends who plays, right? Like, I guess that's when the chat and RotoWire or when lineups come out is gonna prove their value when people go there and see any of these guys under 5,000. Some of them might be nice. Like I don't know if McGregor is gonna play. I think um, you know maybe. Lubijit. I don't know. I don't want Tonali or Benacer, but um,
No.
maybe that's what you end up with. Yeah, I don't see much down here without speculating that they're gonna start or not, or because I can recommend Danny Ceballos, but the chances of he starting are pretty low, right? So
Yeah, what about Chouameni or Camavinga here? Camavinga's 3,200. Yeah, Modric is out, so
yeah,
and with Cruz in there, I mean, those guys could be set for 90 minutes.
yeah,
Though, I mean, they're at Leipzig, so it's not like the
yeah,
best situation.
yeah. I mean, Camavinga doesn't look bad, or Lucas, right? How much is Lucas? I think he's gonna play right back. I don't know. I mean, Real Madrid lineup is gonna be interesting for sure.
I guess in
Lucas
this
Vasquez,
spot, why not just go Vitinha for a
yeah,
massive favorite, 3,300?
yeah. Good point. Or Weston McKennie. I mean, he hasn't been perfect, but if he's gonna play like a 4-4-2 winger,
I don't know. Do you trust like Juventus right now and then playing at
no,
Benfica? I
obviously
just don't.
I don't trust them, but I like the prices and I like the motivation, right? Obviously, if we're right or wrong, that's a good point. But I can guess Camavinga seems like a decent bet, or Vitinha definitely a decent bet. So yeah, I guess it's people just have to, if you get down to this decision, uh, you're gonna have to pick one of these eligible bachelors here. So
One of these eligible bachelors, yes.
yeah, you're gonna give the rose to someone. Let's see if you
Yeah.
get it right. Right, anyhow, but
Yeah, so let's bring in defender to this conversation. So would you rather
yeah.
play like two of these 6K guys or one of the 6K guys with a cheaper midfielder with a Theo Hernandez, with Cancelo at 5,800? I guess that's kind of what we're looking at. Would you rather play the Cruz and Mudryk, or the Quadrado and Mudryk Cruz, or Cancelo Hernandez? What do you think?
I like Hernandez over Cruz. I'm not a big fan of Cancelo in this match. I mean, obviously Cancelo is great, but considering that Sergio Gomez got red carded last match, right? So is he's gonna play on the left back, which is, I mean, Cancelo has been good on the other side of the field, but I feel that he's a little bit less upside. I mean, that's just me. Uh, Not a bad price though for 5,800. I mean, I think I like Kostic first if you can. I like Teo Hernandez second and Cuadrado third. I would like those three guys if you can afford them at the 6,000 range. I would put Cancelo a little bit under that, but for under 6 grand, it's
Wait, who
not
was your
bad.
first option?
Kostic, I like Kostic a lot.
Philippe Kostic?
Yeah, for as a midfielder, as a
Oh,
6,600.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, like
midfielder.
you
Oh,
tell you compare like the
yeah,
six
yeah, yeah.
thousand guys, so
Yeah, I guess we
Cruz
didn't
or
mention him.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I like I mean, I don't know, like everything else, like Grimaldo hasn't done it lately. Um,
It seems like it's probably better to go with the 6K midfielders than the 6K defenders.
yeah, I think so too.
That's my thoughts, at least.
Yeah, yeah, I like Greg Taylor. He plays right in 5,000, but
Yeah, in that spot, you can also go Juranovic. That's one of the guys I'm
yeah,
probably going to plug in. He's 4,300.
yeah, I like Juranovic for sure. I'm not sure if Florenzi is gonna play. I don't know who's gonna be the right back of Milan. Might be value in there. Is it
Kalulu, I
Calabria?
believe. I think Kalulu's been starting there. He's 3K.
Oh, that'd be good. Good play. Yeah, I'm sure gonna be very popular if he plays. If he's Calabria, I don't know how much is Calabria. I can see it now.
Yeah, he must have been. This must have been the last slate this happened because he was. I think he was 2,500 and he was very
Yeah,
popular. I guess he's
yeah,
3,100. I think it was him though. He was really popular just because he was playing right back, and a lot of
yeah,
people went to that against Chelsea, and like he had I think 1.6 points. So
Yeah,
I mean, you go for him because he's cheap, but I don't know
yeah,
if he's going to give you more than 3 points without a clean sheet.
yeah. It's the same situation with Bernat, right? It seems that Bernat is playing a lot now. Um, he can give you 4 or 5 points, I guess, but for 3,400. So if he starts, so I don't know if it's going to be Nunes or Bernat, but UEFA has Bernat, so I'm just feel obligated to talk about him. So
Yeah, and I doubt Nuno's going to start. He's just coming back from an injury himself, so that's why
yeah,
Bernat
so
has
it
been
might be
starting.
Bernat. Bernat is going to be really popular for sure.
Yeah, 3,400. Lock him
Yeah,
in.
yeah. So you can do some two cheap defend. I mean, you can do Bernard, Balo Toure or Juranovic, some of those instead of like. I mean, I like Teo Hernandez, obviously. You can consider him like a utility midfielder. So in that case, you can get two guys on the 6,000 range and get you know, your Mbappe's, Messi's, and Neymar, right? So
Yeah, I mean, it's still a difficult
yeah,
roster to put together if you're still going with a couple like 6K midfielders. It's just
yeah. Yeah, it is tough. It is really tough.
yeah. Otherwise, a defender, there's not really a ton.
Yeah,
Just like we have the Juranovic, we have the Bernat. Those guys will be pretty popular. You always have the Manchester City guys. We'll see which one of them is going to be playing fullback. That kind of changes every match. So
yeah, that changes. Shakhtar guys, they are. I mean, I'm not sure who's gonna play. Um,
yeah,
not much there. We haven't seen much
Canoply,
there.
3,200. I guess Canoply is another option at fullback,
Yeah,
but I
you
mean,
have
it's
the
not.
Zagreb guys. I'm not sure if you want any of them being at home. Like, I'm not sure if. I mean, the numbers are not pretty good. I mean, Moharami seems great, but he's not played much. So yeah, again, one more point to sell the RotoWire chat. 1 hour before lineups is gonna be flaming. There's a lot of untapped value that we can see now unless we see the lineups. So,
Flaming.
flaming, flaming.
All right, so you got to think. All right, so 52% clean sheet odds for PSG. Donnaruma's 5,900. It's really hard to get up to him unless you either use two PSG forwards or you use one and then you use Donnarumma. You go down to Donnarumma and get the safe. But I mean, I don't even know if I trust those clean sheet odds.
Yeah,
To be honest, but uh, are you spending up at goalkeeper? Are you finding a way to spend
I
up
don't
or?
think I can. I don't think I'm gonna be able to.
Yeah, I think there's
The risk
one.
is
Yeah, go ahead.
I think it's too risky. I mean, Ederson or even Courtois. I mean, all those guys, Milan guys, those guys can concede goals all the time. So it doesn't feel there's much upside there. I'd rather go play the American at Maccabi Haifa. So he might go to the World Cup, right? So I'm not sure if he's gonna call him, but
Yeah, Cohen. Is this if he keeps
yeah.
Messi scoreless, is he gonna make the roster? Is that what happens?
Maybe, like I mean, all the rest of the goalies are not playing. I think Ethan Horvath is the only one playing, right? But
I probably won't take the Cohen route. You just look at what he's done. Outside of that Juventus match, it was, 3 or 4 saves, allowed a few goals. It just doesn't seem like this is a repeat of whatever it was a few weeks ago where guys were making 10 saves and allowing 2 goals. I don't think this is a repeat. I think the
I
play
mean,
is,
it's a pair. PSG needs to win, right? So
yeah,
if we don't think they're gonna score, I mean, it just depends, right? Like what story you tell. You which one you like? You like the Juventus guys better? Which is your guy? Tell me your guy.
I like Livakovic home against AC Milan.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I like that. I think Milan struggles, so
Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised that the odds are like this.
yeah,
I mean, I guess 1.68 for, I don't know, 1.68 for AC Milan does seem kind of high to me.
yeah.
Uh, this isn't, I don't know, this isn't a walkover matchup. Uh,
I like the
it,
under there too. I know
yeah,
you do
especially
odds,
for,
but
yeah, I believe Zagreb beat Chelsea in their home match 1-0, and then there was
yeah,
1-1 against
yeah, that was
Salzburg.
the
So they've
probably the
allowed
game that
yeah, they've allowed one goal in two home matches right now. So
yeah, I like the under there. I like Livakovic, which is not bad. I like it. Um, I feel yeah that probably more safe upside on Cohen, but at this time, if I had the money, I think you sold it to me. I think I will go with your choice instead of my choice.
good. I'm always right on that. So thanks for bearing me. No,
Oh man,
uh,
anything else? I mean, anything else that you just any goalkeeper? I just feel lukewarm about it. Like just don't really want to play the position, honestly.
no, it's not really pretty because you have these away favorites near the top, and then you got PSG and like Celtic and Benfica right there. It's like I don't really want to spend on those guys.
Yeah.
So who am I going to play at utility? Because all I'm left with is about 3,500 here. Who should I go with?
Jerry 500, dear Lord. Have to be a defender. Have to be a defender. Let me see.
Oh wait, it's gonna be Vitinha. That's what it's gonna
I will go
be.
Kamavinga. I think
Uh,
Kamavinga looks good.
you like
Or
Camavinga over
Vitinha.
Vitinha?
Yeah, I think those some of those guys.
It's gonna
Since you
be
said that,
yeah, yeah. It just makes
yeah,
sense to get as much PSG as possible and kind of go
yeah,
from there because that's what people are gonna do. Like Bernat could be like over 50% in cash games
yeah,
at 3,400, starting fullback on the biggest favorite.
yeah,
So.
yeah. I agree, man. This seems yeah, like pick your poison under 3,500. I mean, Kamavinga seems good. I don't know who else. I mean, not even defenders are. I'm not sure if there is any defender on 30 something. Then I would like to play.
No, just Bernat, Kalulu. I don't want to play Kalulu either. So, or you just go for a center back goal. That's always fun
Always fun. Always fun. Go with.
until they don't
I don't
score and
even know.
commit four fouls.
Exactly.
All right,
Yeah,
so
put your American lineup there. You put Cohen, Carter Birkers, you put
yeah,
Weston McKennie,
good luck with
and
that.
it fills itself
You
up.
Gio Reyna in here. Yeah,
Gio Reyna, he stars. Yeah, I'm not sure
yeah.
he does, but
There you go. Easy.
easy
Here come the
money, guys.
money.
Usual, as usual. Just don't like to listen, guys. You just listen to us.
All right, let's say PSG only get three goals, and none of Messi, Neymar, Mbappe, none of those guys get more than 20 points. The goals and assists are spread out. So in that situation, so this lineup, we're gonna fade PSG. That's the idea here. Where do we go? What's the move if you fade PSG? Do you go Man City or do you look somewhere else?
I will go. I mean, I like Man City. Maris. I mean, if De Bruyne doesn't play, I think Maris is good. Mari Grealish are
Mares?
guys
Come
that
on. No, no, no. Get out of here,
Maris
Mares.
Grealish and those plays.
Mares
If
went
it,
45 minutes, I think, over the week and it did nothing.
yeah,
I don't think he's going to start because clearly Pep didn't like what he saw from him.
well, or maybe he's just saving him for it. But I agree. I mean, I don't know. I mean, Grealish is also, at that price, not bad. Um, I think I'm gonna do what you do. I feel there are goals on the Benfica Juventus match. I don't know
Did
what
I say
side they're
that?
gonna be.
Did I
No,
say
but
that?
I'm gonna do what you usually do. No, you
Okay.
haven't said that. I'm gonna say that I think there is a good side, good chance of the over on the Benfica Juventus, and I
Okay.
like I like the Juventus crosser guys. So I will put Kostic, I will put Cuadrado, and maybe why not get Blahovic in there? Get Rafa, get Joe Mario. So you have a bunch of 7,000 guys that might ring the bell.
Yeah, I'm looking at the table, Group H. Basically, Juventus need to win their next two matches.
Yeah,
So the thought is they're just gonna go for it. So that makes sense. I'm not expecting goals. You said under in the Zagreb Milan match. We know
yeah,
about PSG. I think there could be goals in Celtic, Shakhtar,
yeah. I
Leipzig, Real
agree.
Madrid will be interesting.
Yeah,
Did Leipzig's new manager play? Was he managing when those teams met earlier this season? Let me
I don't
check
think so.
that.
It was
Yeah, it
it
might have
was
been.
what's his name? Nagelsmann or Tedesco. I forgot who is the new one. Who was the previous ones?
Where are we looking
It was the
here?
other manager.
Yeah, that was back in September. So
Yeah, it was Tedesco. I think Tedesco was. I think it's like a musical chairs. These guys, like NFL.
where am I looking here? All right, well, whatever. But they lost 2-0
Yeah,
in a pretty defensive match. So,
yeah.
okay.
It was. Yeah, I don't. I think Leipzig. I mean, if Real Madrid doesn't have much to play, right? So, well, they do.
They're 4 points above a Leipzig right now.
Yeah. So I
Shakhtar are
guess.
on five. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't know. I think that. I mean, just as. I mean, if the prices were more reasonable, like it just feels that I'd rather play a 6,000 Quadrado or Kostic over 7,000, 8,000 Schloboslai. But what do I know? At this
Yeah.
point, I'm making GPPs lineups and just
Just
clicking.
going with it.
Yeah, I don't
Uh,
know. Anything you like? I like the Celtic Shakhtar match also. I mean, those Juventus or Juventus Benfica and Celtic Shakhtar. Maybe a combination of the home teams. A Celtic Benfica. It's the winning uh, combo, right? Like I like Juventus, but Juventus hasn't done much. In fact, it was embarrassing against Maccabi Haifa away from home.
right.
So maybe Benfica also. Benfica has been great. So maybe go Benfica to put the final nail on that Juventus coffin, and maybe get Celtic. Trust the odds and get Celtic because Shakhtar doesn't play. Shakhtar doesn't play defensively. They're an open team. So something
Celtic are
to
basically playing with house money.
yeah,
They're on 1 point. So there's really, I mean, there is a chance, but there's kind of no chance of them to.
yeah. There's a chance for Europa. That's all they have, and they have to
Yeah,
win.
I mean, there's still 4 points below Shakhtar right now. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'd look at something. I'd be interested in something like Mudryk and Zubkov or whoever starts up front for Shakhtar, and then maybe
Yeah,
throw
Lacina
in
Traore seems like a good guy. Brings good
yeah
memories when
if
he was
he's
in
in
Ajax.
again. Yeah, and then maybe someone from that Celtic match, and then really who's gonna be? I mean, just because of how popular the PSG guys are, like a lot of these guys are not gonna be very popular. Like
Yep.
Holland isn't gonna be as popular as usual, so.
Yeah.
He kind of makes sense in tournaments just because we have these PSG guys who are all going to be pretty high percentages, and then throw in Holland, like there's going to be so many other guys who are sub 10%,
Yeah.
like even if like you think this Leipzig Real Madrid match, that match has a few goals in it, like anyone in that game really you could
Yeah.
get for sub 10%. Now even like Vinicius probably sub
Yeah.
10%. So
Yeah. Also, let's see what happened in the other match, an early match, the Sevilla match, right? Because Sevilla, who is the other team? Um,
Playing in the early
Copenhagen,
match.
right?
Yeah, Sevilla
Yeah,
Copenhagen.
if Sevilla wins, they put a little bit of pressure on Dortmund on try to keep up with Man City. But if Sevilla and Copenhagen tie, I mean they're done, right? So Dortmund is done, Man City is done. So it feels like, hey, maybe more open game than Dortmund try to at least get a point, right? So
You think they
we'll
just
see.
start coming out attacking Man City, that kind of a thing?
I don't know, man. Man City. I mean, if he's good, I mean, just Man City has been such a steamroller, it's just tough.
Yeah, and the other early match is Chelsea Salzburg. So I guess that probably doesn't change much because Milan and Zagreb are both on 4 points. They still both have plenty to play for. So
Yeah.
cool. All right, you got any other thoughts on this one?
No, guys, good luck, and you know, good luck. I mean, there's nothing to say. I mean, what else? I don't know who's going to be right. You look for value, guys. Look for value. Looks for those home teams, and look on the 3 to 4 thousand, and those guys are going to allow you to play and to play good guys. So just just scroll down, and go to the chat. It's going to be flaming.
Wait, we didn't. I got to mention here, or just bring up. So in the 3,500 question, Dean David. We can't forget about Dean David. So we got that on there too. Would you prefer Vitinha or Dean David? What do you think?
I think David Dean or Dean David was awesome. So hey, I
David
might
Dean, Dean David, double D.
double D. I think is good. How much is John Stones? I think he's gonna play right back.
3,800.
So expensive for. Eh,
Yeah, he's coming. I mean, he's coming off a muscle injury too, so I'd be worried about a possible 90
yeah,
there.
yeah. Maybe they put Ake at or Ake. I don't know how to say it. A left back and
Yeah,
Cancelo right back. Who knows what Pep's gonna do? Sergio Ramos is 2,800. Can he find his old self form?
he will.
Yeah, who knows, right?
All right,
All right,
Roto.
guys. I got nothing else to say.
Yeah, me
It is
either.
what it is. Good luck, everybody.
Good luck, everyone. Rotowire.com/soccer trial. You get this cheat sheet that we've been using. You can find Luis at Pacheco on Twitter. I'm at Zdroik, and we're gonna, take in some winnings with this. We're gonna get a Mudryk goal. We're gonna get a. I haven't decided on my Celtic guy here. Maybe a Bada, Furuhashi, one of those guys to score. So we're gonna get those
Yeah,
goals. Full fate of Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe. And if they all score more than 30, then it was.
doesn't matter.
The net. No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. There we go, Luis. It doesn't
It
matter.
doesn't matter. If they score the points, it's gonna be end up to whoever played the better 3,500, which is gonna be double D brace.
Yeah, double D brace. There we go.
That it is.
Definitely
David
using
Dean.
him.
Double. Yep, we're in.
All right, we'll see everyone for Wednesday's show. That'll probably be late Tuesday night, the show after dark. But thanks for watching. See you tomorrow, Luis. Good luck, everyone.
Take care. Bye.